Guerrier, right-hand side. Takes one miss. Still on his feet. And he takes another tackle. And he's cutting back across the
We're in here today. You already know what it is. Special occasion, though. Special occasion. Usually if we're heading it out. No, but we got the man, the myth, the legend, Charlotte County legend in the building today. Usually we don't have the star of the video that we start the podcast out with in the studio, but we do today. You know what I mean? Rutgers commit. I want to let you go ahead and let them know where to find you, your social medias, all that. We're in here.
Oh, yeah. I really just be on my Instagram like that. My Instagram is 305.ed.
Is the Twitter a burner? Because you told me that was going crazy. That's what. See, when we were talking on camera, that was going crazy. So I didn't know if it was a KD situation.
Yeah. my Twitter is just Edd Guerrier.
Yeah, and that's where I found this awesome run right here for Port Charlotte. Man, how do you feel? I mean, you put it in the books, leading rusher in school history. I mean, it's official. How's that feel? Just, I mean, you accomplished a lot in your career, and you finally put a stamp on that, and you're moving on.
Yeah, it feels really good to just like be able to put a footprint at Port Charlotte High. That'll probably last for a long time until, who knows, the next generation could probably beat it. But yeah. Good.
Was that any of your goals coming into high school? Is that something that like, hey, I want to leave here the all-time leading rusher?
I'm not gonna lie. Freshman year, it didn't start off as a goal, but then like sophomore year, I was like, okay, I actually got a shot to like actually be the all-time rusher. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna try and beat
sophomore year all-time rusher.
Yeah.
What changed from freshman to sophomore?
Well, sophomore year, I started getting like taken serious. And I ended up starting, so I was like,
okay,
yeah. So I was like, yeah, I gotta break one of these like rushing records since I'm already here.
No, I feel that. Okay,
that's dope. So. Coming on with that, though, because I'm kind of surprised that you say that because in the Pop Warner level, you almost did the same thing. So why were you thinking you were not going to be able to do that in high school?
Yeah, I mean, because growing up, everybody told me, like, Pop Warner is easy. So, like, I thought what I was doing was regular. And then everybody said, like, high school is going to be different. It's going to be way harder. So I was like, all right. So let me get realistic.
Did you feel that freshman year? Is that why you had some? Because, I mean, they do keep some of the bigger kids out and stuff. I wonder how that plays into as a Florida kid when you hit high school.
Like freshman year, I mean, I did score as a freshman. I got a pick as a freshman, but.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Free safety Ed.
Yeah. So I scored.
Ed reasonably.
Yeah, that's why. I mean, I wasn't scared freshman year, but I knew, like, there was guys that already, like, 3 years started. Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to wait my turn.
That makes sense, and sometimes that does feel like you're kind of like waiting on an opportunity, or that's dependent on somebody else to see you shine. You know, a lot of people say that. What was it that you think made you kind of like get that opportunity? It made you stand out.
What made me stand out?
Yeah.
I guess. Hold up. I mean, I was practicing hard a lot, so I stood out in practice. And then. Yeah,
that seems like a huge difference. Like a lot of the kids that I saw that stuck with it after high school, those were the kids. Like a lot of talented kids hated going to practice, and that was like a inconvenience. And the game was the payoff. So it's interesting.
Practice was fun to me because it was like
that's interesting.
Yeah, because like when your teammates like scrimmages and stuff, like just practicing new moves on like your teammates trying to tackle you, that was fun to me.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question with that. So I know you said Pop Warner, everyone told you high school was going to be hard. Did you see a difference? Did you think it was harder like they said? Or when you got into it and you started doing it, it's like, hey, this is the same thing at Pop Warner. I'm just a little bit stronger. People are just a little bit faster. Like, what's that like?
Yeah, that's really the main thing. Like, freshman year, I was a little nervous. So, like, I was messing up. Like, I wasn't too nervous, but I was, like, a little nervous to, like, get out my shell. And then I just realized these people were, like, they're regular people, and they just got a little bit faster than Pop Warner. So I was like, I could still be doing the same thing I was doing down there.
It's interesting that you say that. I want to show the people this right as you're saying that. I'm not saying this is where you started out. So, I mean, we should probably talk about, you know, like where you came from and all that. This wasn't day one. I want to be unrealistic to the kids out there watching. Come on, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy to me that you thought kids were going to be, too big at one point. But then, no, it's cool. It's cool to see that. It's cool to see that confidence take place. I think some people don't ever get an experience that gives them that to where they kind of take that next step. And now you're moving on to college. I mean, what has you most excited about that?
For college, I'm most excited it's just it's a step closer to where I'm trying to be. Like the all-time goal is try to hit the league. So college is I'm part of the 1% that gets to play college football. So that I'm excited for that too.
That's awesome. In the NFL, has that always been a goal for you?
Yeah, ever since I started playing football.
You're like, I might as well make it to the league with this. That's fire. No, that's awesome, man. I think that football's always been like your main focus and main passion.
Yeah. Growing up though, it was like basketball and football was like,
okay.
Like I played both of them growing up. They were equally like as fun to me. And then I came to high school and I was like, I got to get realistic. Like football, I got to take this more serious. So I was like, all right, let me play football. And
you said that you had an interception freshman year. So was it always running back? I mean, obviously not a little bit, but
yeah. Growing up from Pop Warner, I always played. Like I always started running back, and I would start free safety. So like,
and you always played in the area, same community and stuff like that.
Real quick on that video because that's crazy.
Yeah,
by the way.
The power clean.
315 pounds. I mean, that's not something easy to do. What's your power clean at now?
Ever since that video, I haven't really been trying to max because. And that was really like the record for like my skill group.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not saying I capped off over there, but that was the record.
That's dope. Yeah, I mean, at Rutgers, you're gonna have. It's interesting because that's when we were talking about college a minute ago. It seems like you've done so much in high school. Now you're stepping into that next challenge. Like when you got to high school, you started out. You're like, I don't even know exactly what I'm gonna be able to get out of this, but I know I love this. So it's like now you restart. You have that challenge like back in front of you again. And it's interesting because you got the most out of yourself, obviously, with that challenge in front of you. See how far you took it, leading rusher in school history.
Yeah, so I got another challenge I'm finna try and do for college. It's to break 1,000 yards in one season for sure.
Oh, nice, yeah. No, I mean, I think after this, well, going into it, I wonder, do you have like newfound confidence through the high school experience to where you're stepping into college thinking like that? It's interesting to think that's your goal going into college is to have 1,000 yards, and I wonder what past that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
those are high goals.
It's because like playing high school, I realized like not everybody's like all that crazy. So
yeah,
I just try to make myself be different and try to say like goals to reach.
I think even professionally, I mean, the thing is what you're saying, is really relatable to me in this way because I think like even for me in my professional life, when you get into some people that have 9 to 5s, whatever, you get in there and you kind of put people on a pedestal in a way, and you do think that they're different from you, and there does have to be something that proves to you that's like I'm just as capable as all these other people or anybody else, and I can do it if I put the work in. And then you're over here talking about you love practice, so you put the work in. So it's like
I kind of like took people off the pedestal when like people I'd compete with in practice and stuff. They ended up playing college football in D1, so I was like, okay, it's something I could really do.
Sure, people I think that's what you'll do for people too, as far as like people that know you kind of you inspire them in that way. You're like it's a possibility to be from here or be from there and make something out of this. So that's awesome.
Before we jump off this video though,
we're gonna jump into the next one, the bench press.
The bench press. But before we. Well, play the bench press, and then I'm going to say what I got to say, because it's the same video.
Oh, gotcha. The energy I love it. If you play sports, you know that energy. You know what I mean? Everybody's just in the locker room. They're like, I get this.
It's crazy. But I got a couple questions on this video. So when you put that video up, I believe you got an offer like the same day, right? You got an offer the same day?
It was the next day.
The next day you got an offer.
No.
Okay, so you started getting a lot more attention, a lot more buzz off of this video.
Did you have any intention of that, or were you just putting it out, or was it like kind of like, were you mindful of like, you are kind of like marketing yourself in a way?
Yeah, I mean, after I cleaned, I put it out to obviously like get the college coaches' attentions, but I really put it out because I was just like happy I actually hit the team. I just broke a Port Charlotte record.
Yeah. Well, I mean, two things are true, and I think that's interesting how mindful, you've been about the experience of being a high school student athlete. You know what I mean, and what it takes. I think it's important to highlight that to kids, like I said, that might be watching, that are fans of yours or follow your career from the community and stuff like that. It's like that's big.
Yeah. So with those, obviously you guys are underneath the tent. How was that experience going? Like that season lifting from Hurricane Ian and on. How was that like?
Oh wow, yeah. Yeah,
Coach,
good call.
Yeah, I'm like, I ain't never been to jail, but it's our coach would say we're lifting iron, like it's kind of like a jail cell. Like,
yeah. Added a whole different dynamic.
Yeah, to the not a jail cell. Like,
no, I understand what you mean. Yeah.
But speaking of that, though,
that's an interesting challenge.
The strength, obviously, that you came with the game. So, like with the coaching staff and all that stuff, they really pushed you to maximize your potential when it came to lifting. How do you feel about that? Like what you were able to do in the weight room to translate to the next level in college? Like all the stuff that you learned from those guys.
So the weight room, it for sure helped me. Like I feel like it's harder to take me down like just off of one hit because I feel like the weight room got my legs stronger, my arms stronger. So like I feel like the weight room helped me for sure. And pushing like lifting weights outside, even when like the plates will get wet and it gets heavier. I feel like that helped put some more
That's interesting. That is very interesting. I mean, and you got like the coaching staff at Port Charlotte. They figured out, or how'd you guys figure out that with the damage from Hurricane Ian? Like, how'd you guys adapt? That is interesting. I didn't think of that challenge. I'm sure a lot of kids in Florida had that challenge. I literally hadn't even considered it. That being one where you guys are working out outside, but you once again, like, salute to you because you found the positive in it. You're like, it might be kind of like a prison courtyard, but we got something out of that. Put a dog in us a little bit. 100%. So, I mean, that's a lot of the story here that you've been telling is just like kind of making it happen regardless. But yeah, were there any other struggles that you guys ran into because of that?
Yeah, we did run into a few other struggles too, but the reason we just like kept pushing on is because we knew like other teams that didn't take that much damage, they're not gonna feel sorry for us. So we just had to
facts.
We had to keep continuing.
Yeah. No, that's true. I mean, go ahead.
For a little while, we didn't have no locker room either, too. So like, that was one of the struggles we had to go through.
Really? That's crazy. I don't even know if I can ask how y'all worked around that. But no, yeah, that stuff, I mean, is like I said, literally things that I hadn't even considered. Being a resident in Florida, didn't consider that you guys would be having those challenges, but it just makes sense that immediately when you mention it. But yeah, I mean, so growing up, I wanted to know, did you have any people that you feel like you modeled your game after? I'm just kind of curious. Give us a kind of idea in our mind.
So, I really be watching, like, my main guy that I like to watch is Alvin Kamara. I like his play style.
Yeah.
And, like, he got good balance, so I try to, like, sometimes I go to YouTube, I take his balance, like his balance schedule, and I imitate him, so, like, get my balance up, too. And I used to watch Ezekiel Elliott when he was in college, when number 15.
Yeah,
that's who I like. I try to practice, like, I imitate him, too.
I saw one of your runs here, by the way. I think you are number 15. Is that because Ezekiel Elliott? I'm just curious. I don't know if it was on this one or not. Nah. Oh, it was YouTube, right?
Yeah, back in part 1.
He had an interesting edit. Go check out, by the way, we should say also, go check you out on YouTube. And we'll have all that in the bio, all of your socials and stuff. But you had some really interesting stuff on YouTube. It was like a short where it showed like a youth run, and it kind of like evolved into this really cool run that we watched earlier, and we'll put on again.
Yeah, that run right there. How many tackles did you break on that run?
I'm not gonna lie, Coach Ingman said it was a total of 8 tackles.
Yeah, that was definitely a nice run. You're breaking tackles. So you talked about a balance. So what else other to your game do you think? What's the best aspect of your game?
I feel like it's my vision for. Yeah, I feel like I could read holes really good. Too.
Yeah.
Isn't there? We were talking before, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're the leader for all-purpose yards. Is that right? Is it all-purpose?
All-time rushing yards.
Rushing yards?
Okay. But his all-purpose is over 4,000. I think we have the stats up.
And we'll have the graphic, like I said, in the thumbnail. But I wanted to ask, because you mentioned Alvin Kamara, so that's what made me think about it. How much of like a receiving game do you have already in your game, or are you interested in adding at the next level? That being an inspiration of yours is interesting.
Yeah, I'm not no receiver, but like if I got to catch the ball, I'm going to catch the ball. I got like 2 receiving touchdowns.
Okay.
Yeah, I caught a pick. So like, if you need me to catch the ball, I'll catch the ball. But it ain't nothing I can't do. But I'd prefer running it, though.
That seems though like a challenge that when you get to the next level, that's something at Rutgers that, once again, like, I mean, somebody that like you that really likes to get into the practice and all that. By the way, we got stats right here. That seems like an awesome thing to still be able to add to your game after everything you've done. Let me make sure we got that. We're right there. I mean, how does this even feel to look at? I don't even know. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking at it. It's like 50 rushing touch, like sheesh, 8.3 yards per carry. Yeah. Like you're taking off for 8.3 every time you touch. That's crazy. And then 30. And this is old. I take it because you said that it's over 4,000 all purpose. So this says 3,700. I mean,
that's just rush.
Just rush. Gotcha.
You got to look at receiving. You got some receiving yards in there too. It's going to be over 4,000 when it comes to
receiving as well.
Receiving.
Oh, right here. Yeah, 357.
And
it does look like this season right here. Did you play wide receiver at all? Because you had 13 catches that year.
I was playing like a little bit of A-back because
oh man, all right.
At the beginning of the season.
It's just curious about it. Yeah, man, going crazy. I don't know. Yeah, how's that feel from your perspective? I'm just curious because, like I said, a lot of people they don't put the work in to be able to have this opportunity to hop on Max Prep and just check out whatever they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels good. It feels good to just like continue being like playing good at football.
Yeah, and the opportunity to continue to chase that, like you said, and have that opportunity for the NFL. That's huge. One thing I did want to know from a personal perspective, are you the first person in your family to go to college or no?
I'm not gonna lie. One of my uncles on my mom's side, he went to the NFL.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, from NC State. But like
that's cool.
My sisters, they go to college. Like my brother be going to college.
So academics in general, has that been like a big focus in your family?
Yeah, my parents, they always pushed us to have good grades. I'm happy they did because if I didn't have good grades, I wouldn't be NCAA eligible. So.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, what's your GPA right now?
I'm sitting at a 3.0.
3.0.
Yeah.
Okay. No,
that's it. I mean, and just to hear like that kind of like consistency throughout your family, that's really cool. Sounds like you got a really good background.
And I will say, I got to shout out to your parents for real because they did a really good job of raising you. Just to be around you in the 4 years, is never really that more of an issue. Always a humble kid, easy to talk to, get along with. So. Shout out to your parents for having a good young man, raising a good young man.
Yeah, no, of course.
Shout out to Mama.
Yeah,
mom dudes don't play, man.
This is the first of many sit downs I got with this man, Ed, and he's been very respectful and nice to just sit here and kick it with. Very easy to vibe with. I did want to ask, did either of your parents go to college?
I'm pretty sure my dad did. My mom.
Okay.
My mom went to college. Someone had to take care of us, so
yeah.
But she's gonna finish. She's finishing out college.
Oh, that's awesome.
So how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I got 9 brothers and sisters, and including me equals 10. So.
Oh, so you got 10. Are you? Nice. Obviously you're not the youngest because you got. Are you the second youngest or?
I'm the eighth child.
Eighth. So you got 2 more after you?
Yeah.
So I know Ben who plays football, right?
Yeah.
And then you have someone under him. Is that a boy or?
Nah, someone under me. It's my
sister.
Someone
under you. Okay, I got you.
How much of that support do you think helped you do what you're
I'm
doing
not gonna
now?
lie.
Or took away. No.
Nah, just seeing my mom get excited like when I used to score Pop Warner, it was
yeah.
And my brothers feeling. And stuff, that was fun.
Yeah. I mean, out of your family and everybody that supported you, I'm curious, is there anybody that you would pick out and just say that they meant the most to your journey? And
really my siblings, they like.
Okay.
And plus, when we would be younger, they would be playing football with me. They wouldn't hold back and nothing. So I know that helped me too for sure.
So who do you think the best athlete in the family is?
The best athlete?
Yeah, no bias though. No bias. So what would you say? Who's the best? You think it's you?
Me, yeah.
Okay,
for sure.
Anybody else leading rusher and?
No, I'm just. But you know how it is when it comes to siblings. Like, you can have the stats, but when they really line it up on the street,
that's facts.
You know what I mean, or in the backyard.
Nobody beating me in a race out there. None of them.
None of them. Okay.
See, and that's it. You had competition in the household. That's another X factor that I think. Yeah, you're probably right.
I feel like they helped me unlock my vision for it because backyard games used to get serious. full tackle to the ground type. So.
Oh my gosh, yeah. No, I mean you guys can go out whenever. If you got the itch, like during who's your pro team? If you don't mind me asking, I don't know.
My pro team, I'm Ravens.
Ravens,
I
okay,
like Lamar.
okay. So I'm just thinking because I know there's sometimes back in the day with my brothers and things like that, we'd be watching the game and it's like, well, we got to go outside now. So I mean, your situation sounds like it's a little different though. So like it's definitely a little different. But shout out to them, man. Like I said, that kind of family is really important. What made you really focus in on football? I know you said you had to, you like basketball as well, and you had to drop that. Was it just because you realized that you had this opportunity in football, or what was it?
Yeah, I had to realize like guys are doing 360 windmills from free throw line.
Okay, I got you.
I had to realize like it's about to get serious.
It was the opposite. That's hilarious. No, yeah, no. Hey,
that's a good thing that you're realistic, right?
Pragmatic.
That's realistic.
He made a plan right away. What do you mean? He executed. Yeah. No, executed, man. That's interesting, and that is a lot of people hold on to like. Not even like the dream of wanting to take that to the next level, but just wanting to do it. And it was interesting you were willing to make a sacrifice, to be honest, for football at that time.
It wasn't really like a hard sacrifice because I like both of them equal.
Okay.
So I was like, I really got to
You're just better at one than the other.
Yeah, I mean, vision really don't help you too much at basketball. So. Yeah.
Oh, brother, come on. Yes, it does. What do we mean?
Come on, you're not going through holes playing basketball.
You're traveling there.
Well, yeah. I mean, no, I think you made the right choice. So I
mean, obviously.
Yeah, it went went well. Yeah, I mean, so when you get to Rutgers, though, what's the first thing that you're gonna do? Because I heard you might be able to get in there early, if that's something,
Yeah, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna decorate my room, make me feel at home, like kind of do it like my regular room, and then it's getting into the books. I start school immediate.
That's
so when you're going on, you start school immediate. So are you graduate? Obviously, you graduating early. Then, like, what's that look like?
I graduate December 21st.
Okay.
I go start. My move-in date is January 16th.
Okay.
And then I think like 2 days after that we start school, or like 2 or 3 days after that we start school.
Okay.
How do you feel about that move?
I'm not. I mean,
make sure you get the mic on this, brother. I really need to hear you on this one. No, I'm just like, no, but this is serious. You've been good.
Yeah. Just like moving away from the family, or like just
all of it. But yeah, that's a big part of it.
I'm not. It's probably gonna feel weird to like move away from the family because like my house always it's always active. Cause
9 brothers.
There's always people.
Yeah.
So it might be a little weird like being with like 3 random like my teammates, but
yeah,
like I got to get to know them first to see personality and stuff. So it might be a little weird.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of one of I think a lot of college kids at least have that experience where it's the first time you're really on your own, like completely networking based off of like, I guess we're just all staying here for right now. It's not like where you're from, I mean, any other time it's like we live here. This is, this will be a little bit different, but I mean, you will have that opportunity to connect with teammates and stuff like that. So it's interesting. Yeah, I mean, the move, it's New Jersey. So it's like, what are you most excited about New Jersey? You know what I mean? I mean, New York's right there. And I lived in New Jersey. There's a lot of delicious food in New Jersey.
You come on,
but these are like, I don't know how much you could even take part.
Pizza's number one, man.
By the slice.
Pizza's number one.
I gotta get a bacon, egg, and cheese. The Aki.
Oh man,
yeah. God, man.
Yeah, no, we need to see that on the socials, brother, for sure. No, yeah, well, and I will tell you, just if you pull up the Wawas are a little different up there, man. I'll be honest. You know what I mean?
They got Wawas down there.
Oh, that's where it originated from. Up northeast, not in New Jersey itself, but
Florida. It's not even the same. Yeah, it might be Pennsylvania, but either way, either way, it's one of them. Yeah, and that was like one of the main gas stations when I lived in New Jersey, and people went there like to get all the stuff like they do now, but it was back in the day type stuff. The subs. Ooh, boy.
So speaking of, I know that you said you're graduating on the 21st. You said. So are you signed already? Did you sign yet, or are you signed?
So on my graduation day is when I finished sign the letter of content.
Okay. Yeah. That's when you sign on letter of content. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to ask, and I don't know how much you can get into this, how much this is private, but this will be dropping a little bit later. But so you got a scholarship, like a full scholarship to go play football, right? Is that correct? Okay. So was that always it? Because I know you wanted to go to college, but like that is like creme de la creme, like the top of the line, Division I scholarship. Like a lot of guys that even make it to the league don't even get that opportunity. So I just want to know, was that something that you thought was realistic the whole time?
Well, I did think it was realistic for me to like go to college in the next level, but it did really hit me like probably like my junior year, because like I went my freshman year, like no coach contacting me. My sophomore year, I was like, the coach would text me here and there, but they wouldn't like seem too interested. In my junior year, they started like, that's when I started getting offers. So I was like, okay. So it really became like really realistic my junior year.
Yes.
What was like that getting your first offer? Like what's the feeling? Because I'm not gonna lie, bro. I do not know the feeling. So I want to know.
A lot of people want to know. A lot of people don't get the feeling.
What does that feel? Because it has to feel great.
Nah, it was a great feeling. Like when the coach first texted me, my first offer was NAIA, and I still went crazy over that offer. Like,
humble.
Yeah.
You got to be humble with it.
Well, for sure.
At least going somewhere. Yeah. So on the offer note, what other schools offered you?
I had an offer from Louisville, Bowling Green, South Dakota, Tennessee Tech, Wofford. I'm pretty sure that's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And you got to visit any of those?
I got to visit South Dakota and Bowling Green.
Okay.
South
and
Dakota.
Rutgers,
Wow.
Yeah. Rutgers. Cool.
South Dakota's that's interesting.
You didn't get to visit Louisville? Did you?
Oh yeah, I went to Louisville too.
Okay.
Oh, that's
cool.
serious. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about Rutgers? So I'm assuming obviously you visited Rutgers, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what about Rutgers sold you?
I like the campus, how it looks and stuff, and like
Yeah.
I like how the dorm rooms, like you get your own privacy, you get your own room. Some
Okay.
Some colleges don't got that.
No, that makes sense. And I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know, but I mean, I feel like Rutgers, that's a historical university, like old university.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm about to pull it up because I'm curious when it was founded, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of the older universities. Hey, go ahead.
Yeah. So on that Rutgers note, so a lot of people, when that offer came in, you committed like instantly. Like what was that? Can you give us a little bit of backstory on that?
So it really was not instantly. Like the backstory.
Okay.
I would be texting. Like I'll be texting the coaches. We'll call on the phone.
Okay.
Like, I was building a good relationship with him, and we were building a strong bond. And I was like, I liked their communication and stuff. So I was like, okay, if these guys offer me, I'm gonna commit.
Yeah. So you already knew right away that's where you wanted to be.
Yeah.
Okay. But even before like seeing the campus or wherever, you were just like, hey, because that's what you basically did. Essentially, you committed with not even seeing what that's like.
I mean, I looked at like I did a little like research on YouTube and stuff, seeing how the campus looked. But yeah, I don't think the campus really mattered to me, because like the people like on the staff, they was treating me good. So I was like, I really like the way they treat me. So this could be a school I really want to go to.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
It's interesting. I'm not sure if you knew this or not, but they've been renamed. So they were Queens College way back in the day before the country was even officially founded.
Damn.
Country was founded in 1776, and 1766 is when they were founded. That's nuts to think that history. I mean,
you're going to a historic school.
Yeah, that's something. That's something. If we have another visit, I would be interested in like what that feels like what kind of, I don't know, gravity that holds on the campus, that kind of history. I don't know.
So you were able to go to a game too, right?
Oh, that's dope. Yeah.
How was that? Like, how was that atmosphere, college atmosphere?
The atmosphere game day was like, it was but everything was like moving a little fast paced.
Yeah.
So I gotta make sure I'm fast paced with them. But yeah, it was everything, like everybody was excited. Everybody knew what they was doing. Like coaches didn't have to say too much. Like they knew how to get ready for the game and stuff. So it was pretty good.
That's interesting. So it felt. What's the difference between the high school to that, just from your observation? And we'll hear more when we get to talk about you actually like experiencing it firsthand. But from that perspective, that just seems like professional almost.
Yeah, the difference was like just like high school, we do everything as a team. Like, but them, they did something as a team, and they was like able to depart. Like they was able to. Like, if you wanted to stretch a little bit before the game, you could do that. Or yeah, none of it was, like, mandatory. Like, it
makes sense. I mean, because treating you guys like adults, you know what I mean? You guys are kind of, if you need to go over there and, like, stretch out or do whatever your personal routine, then, I mean, you have that kind of freedom until you screw that up and you go to the middle of the field and you start tearing people's logo apart. FSU, disgusting. Yeah. But either way, no, I'm not even gonna muddy the waters here. It is what it is. Bro. You know what I mean? Go, whatever. All right, my bad. Look, man, I'm tripping.
So with that game day atmosphere, like, what was the locker room like? Like
after they won, oh my God, everybody was teeing up. You know, it's New Jersey, so they was like doing the hip shake thing.
Yeah, so you gotta learn that now. That's like what you gotta
learn that.
You have to get sturdy, brother.
So what about your music? Is like your music gonna change now, or like?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm forever be a Florida boy, so my music not gonna change, but I might bump what they listening to.
You got to bring that energy to them.
Yeah,
you got to change it.
Is there a lot of Florida guys that you know on the roster right now as it holds, or? You the only Floridian going up there because you're going to far ways.
Nah, there's a few guys like on the roster that's from like Miami. I think there's about like 5 of us in total.
Yeah,
that's going up to Rutgers like from Florida. So
this year in this class.
Yeah, this class.
Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Cool. So there's probably already some upperclassmen there. I'm sure Florida puts out so many great athletes. I would assume that they had a little bit of a presence there.
Yeah, but typically you already know like. You're in Jersey, so
for sure it's going to be mostly in that area. But I mean, if you want to be competitive, man, you got to come down here. You got to find Ed.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, I see guys going on up and up because even in basketball, you guys just got like a 5-star recruit or something crazy like that. Like,
yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, that's awesome. I mean, that kind of like energy coming to the campus is just cool. And on top of you just got the stamp, right? The 3 stars.
Yeah,
that's serious.
Official 3-star.
No, that's serious.
How was getting the 3-star? Yeah, I want to know about
the recognition.
How was receiving that 3-star ranking?
It felt good because like I felt like I should have had like 3 stars a while ago, and not too much people who was 3 stars coming out of Port Charlotte High, so it felt pretty good to being a 3-star.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean, I wonder, how much you want to get into that, or is up to you. But do you think you see the talent on your team, so I'm sure you feel like, and I've talked to other people that feel this way, you see the talent, it's there. So what is it about Port Charlotte where you feel like you got to really fight to get that respect?
I just feel like, I don't think our school like started off like doing too good, like football wise, and then I feel like we just got like a small town that much people don't know about. So.
Sleeping on. Yeah, that's interesting. How do you feel about being a part of something different? Because me being a part of the older generation, and Jay, like I know when times were rough. We don't think I get too much into it because it's positive here. But not Ed and your guys' generation, you guys have been serious for, I know, a couple years now. How does that feel? And how does that feel being a part of that?
Yeah, it feels good to like just start like history for Port Charlotte High. Place. Yeah, it feels good to just start history and like knowing now kids want to actually go to Port Charlotte now. So yeah, it feels good to be a part of that too.
How's the energy feel like in the school? Like, is it different when y'all are playing now, or I don't know how much of a difference you were able to see in your time there?
Like I feel like we do get a lot of like good support. Like the teachers, they be like they knowing it's game day, so they like they be chilling out on us and stuff. So.
No, and they support you guys. That's cool. That's cool. And you feel like it's as far as like it feels like for me the community's been catching up. But do you think that the school honestly still has to catch up with what you guys are doing, and like as far as the support? I mean, as far as students, really is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the schools they're getting up to date. Like we just added the jumbotron.
Oh, okay.
So like we're going up on date for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, stuff like that gets the kids in the school more excited. That's really more like what I wonder, because I see, like I said, if from a community aspect, I don't technically live in Port Charlotte, but I went to one of your guys' games this year just because I heard about y'all. And that was the first time, really, you know what I mean, as far as, I heard about you guys last year and stuff like that, but my point being, as far as like me and several of my friends who are adults now that played sports in this area have heard about you guys, and it just means something to the community. I could see that kind of movement happening now with y'all. So I'm just curious if that weighed on you guys, or you guys might just be out there balling, which is fine too. That's really what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah. I just be out there balling, having fun. Like,
that's what you're supposed to be doing. Yeah. And what keeps you motivated?
I want to be able to buy my people's a crib, so like a house. So yeah, that motivates me to try and get there too, to that level.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. I did want to ask you about your just general kind of interest, what you do outside of football to keep you kind of level-headed, and
I do like a lot of things, but Like one of my things that I be doing, I be going fishing with my dad and my brothers and stuff. That's something we did growing up. So like, it's forever like in me now. So like, we be fishing a lot.
Is it gonna be any fishing in Jersey? I don't think.
I'm not gonna,
Part of the year, you might do some ice fishing for the other half.
Nah, probably not. That's something I do with my dad. I could live without doing it. So it's like,
Yeah. You never know though, man. You get a little, homesick after a couple of years. You might be the guy on the team that goes fishing just because it reminds them of home or their family.
That could be true. Could be true.
Do you get like any kind of like peace of mind? It's interesting because we didn't want to get too much into it earlier when you mentioned it because we wanted to talk about it on the podcast. So I assumed when you told me you did it by yourself, but now you say you go with your family. So it's like, do you get peace of mind for that? You guys like just chat and you know what I mean?
Like when we be out there, we don't be using our phones too much. We be like chatting. We normally be focused on the fish because we be catching all the fishes and stuff too.
Yeah, my grandpa used to say, "Hey, you gotta be quiet. You're gonna scare the fish away." So I was
something like that too.
I was bad about that. You see, I like to talk.
Talking up the storm.
You had something you wanted to say?
No. I was just really into it. Like, so your parents, you said you want to buy them a crib and stuff. So how have you made them feel or the look on their face, like, when you got the offers or even they went on visits with you? Or
yeah.
Okay, so even going on visits with you, like, how is just to see them in that atmosphere? How?
Yeah, it's good to see them in the atmosphere because they're like really happy. They know their kid is doing something like the right way, and like it's good to see them happy and like knowing it's possible that I can actually buy them a house. Like sooner or later for sure.
Are they were they into football before? Or are they into football now?
Yeah.
I know you say your mom loved when you score touchdowns.
Yeah, my mom was
50 piece.
No, you had to give her 50 of them.
Yeah,
my mom wasn't too much in football, but my dad, he played in high school. I'm pretty sure, and my uncles played football.
You said the one went to the league.
Yeah, and my uncles on my dad's brothers, they was good at football too. So.
Yeah,
what's up?
No, that's crazy. And then you said you have brothers that played and stuff like that. And
yeah.
And did they play the same position?
Nah, none of them played running back.
Okay, I was curious if like part of the drive was you had to come and like take your brother's record or something. That'd been cold blooded if you did that.
Nah, I would have for sure had to do that for sure.
Do you have a younger brother that's coming up?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta worry about him doing that
I
though.
won't lie, he might be bound to get the record.
Oh man, well you could be mad at it, I guess. Well, you could be. I don't know. It's up to you. No, you work hard for that. So what are you gonna miss most about playing high school football?
Just like the good atmosphere, having fun with my teammates, and especially like my coaches who like push me to always get stronger and like be better for myself, and like the coaches was fun to be around too. So I'm gonna miss all of them for sure.
What was the? Do you have any like specific lessons that you learned from any coaches through the time you being there?
Coach Emmett, he would always tell us we can't like roughhouse in the locker room and stuff, like mess around because. We all grew up with each other, so we like to fight and stuff. Yeah. He'll always say we're thin as nickel soup. So.
Oh wow!
Yeah, one injury.
That's how you know he's a good coach, though. When they got like things like that they say that you got to think about, it doesn't really make sense at first. You got to figure out what you said. Nickel soup.
Yeah, thin as nickel soup.
Lord have mercy.
That's real thin, buddy.
No, yeah, that's disgusting. But no, that's interesting. I mean, as far as like growing up with those guys and stuff like that, was there any like teammate that'd be interesting? Is there any teammates that specifically you're gonna miss that you played with for a long time?
I won't lie. There's a lot of them that was on the roster. Like we
I bet, yeah.
Pop Warner, but I'm gonna miss like. You want me to name all of them? Like,
no. Just if there's like you got like a best friend. Like I mean, I got people that I still think about that I played football with. Just got love for.
My boy Jamal, Tyrell, Sam.
Yeah.
The other Sam, like all of them.
Yeah.
I grew up playing with them, so like it was fun to like play high school with them.
From Pop Warner on, you guys. That's I didn't have that experience, so it's interesting. I moved around a lot, so it's interesting to hear, like I said, what you've kind of indirectly done as far as like helped invigorate the program. So the excitement from the community, people that, like I said, played for the team or just played for other teams, to see that, and then also from like the energy that y'all got from just growing up together and being, like I said, genuinely a part of the community. A lot of times you see teams. I guess I don't want to call it any teams, but either way, we all know you have teams that will recruit people and like take people from other areas and stuff like that. And that was really discouraging when you're a kid in my time anyways, and you decided to stay at the school that you're at. You're like, we can't, you know what I mean? So you guys being able to compete, and I don't know how much the game has evolved where you guys are caught up on recruiting or whatever, and I know that's not even your thing, but it's really nice to see that there's other people that other schools that can step up in the area and really be taken serious. And I mean, you're gonna go do big things like Rutgers. That's serious. So yeah, man, just you being a part of the community makes me just proud of you and proud to see. So I can't imagine like when we talk about your mom and all your siblings and being a part of that. It's really dope.
Yeah, local legend. So like, what's that like when you go back to like the Pop Warner fields and stuff? Like, how's that feel knowing that you play on the fields like those kids are looking up to you? Like,
yeah, it feels good. I try to be nice to all of them and stuff, like dap them up all the time. Yeah. It feels good to go back to see like where I started playing at and now where I become.
Well, and like that interaction, when you think about it, like even if it's just a moment for you, like for some of those kids, that's a big thing. You know what I mean? And really, that's something that it will inspire some people. You know what I mean? When you continue to go out there and build on your legacy at Rutgers, and when you go play for the Miami Dolphins, of course, and, help us out.
305 Ed,
help us out. 305 Ed, make it real, man. Come on.
So with that, so my question for you.
Please come to Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, well, that too. But my question for you: 50 touchdowns. So was that something like every time you touched the ball, like you wanted to score, or like you had the nose for the end zone, or like what? Like that's a lot of touchdowns. So what's that like? Like you get the ball, you get to carry. Like, hey, it's end zone or nothing, or
yeah. See, every game I played, I was trying to win. So every time I touched it, I was trying to score.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, every time I got the ball, I tried to score, and it ended up being 50 touchdowns.
Yeah, and has that always been? Because I guess Pop Warner, you kind of almost mirrored this. I know we don't have your Pop Warner stats, but taking it to Rutgers, is that going to be the same mindset? Like, hey, every time.
It's for sure going to be the same mindset. I'm going to try and contribute the best I can for Rutgers. I really don't like losing, so I'm going to try to not.
Competitor.
I'm going to try to help us up in Rutgers.
That's a great mentality to have, because somebody that has the talent, I mean, you guys actually were able to turn that into winning, but I think that speaks to like the coaching staff and the culture that you guys got there and you guys have built, and then kids like you coming along and young men like you at this point coming along and really buying in and being willing to like buy into something that's bigger than themselves. That's really what that's all about. At this point in your journey, obviously you're going to have so many other things that you're going to accomplish, but what sticks out to you as the thing you're most proud of?
I'm most proud of like sticking at the school I was at, the high school, because a lot of people was in my area telling me to transfer. Like, I'm not finna get no offers from here. So I'm proud of myself sticking with my gut and just get emotion for Charlotte.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's fair. And I mean, to think like that's going to have a lasting impact for Rutgers when you go do what you do, that means something to them. They might come back and see what else Port Charlotte could give them after that. So, yeah, I definitely think that's a big deal. But as far as sticking with the school, and this might be too personal, you let me know, but was there any point where you even doubted that, or was that something that was important to you the entire time to stick, like basically be loyal?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to like do all the switching. I just didn't want to switch, and being loyal is like a big thing. Yeah. And I was like, I had a good relationship with the coaching staff. So I didn't want to leave them too. So I
feel like it wouldn't have felt the same. You know what I mean? If you go somewhere else and it's like you're microwaving it rather than putting it in the oven and letting it bake. You know what I mean? And getting something good out of it. And I mean, like what you do, what you did already for Port Charlotte High. I mean, I really think it's interesting. This isn't even hyperbole. I mean, I think it really will mean something to people that go play there going forward, even if they don't know, it'll actually have an impact on that. Whereas if you just go somewhere else and you're just another guy, they already have that infrastructure that's already built. You really are helping build something in Port Charlotte, so that's really cool. Well, I mean, I did want to ask you as far as like when you get to Rutgers, what is it that you're most nervous about? As far as like we asked you what you're most excited about, what is it that you think is like, I don't know how I feel about that, how I'm going to adapt to that?
Most nervous I'm about is probably like the school, like passing on my classes.
Sure.
Like, my teachers at Port Charlotte, they be telling me like college is way harder than this. This assignment's nothing. Wait till you get to college. So I'm like, okay, I'm kind of nervous about that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, go ahead.
But a good thing is like they have like study halls and stuff like that set up for you football. talked to you about that and stuff already?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good. I mean, nervous is good. It just means that you're very aware of it and like you know that it's serious. You know what I mean? It affects everything else that you're trying to do. So I think that you're kind of like mindfulness is good about that. I'm sure you already got a plan as far as like how to handle that when you go up there.
Yeah.
Study halls, is that like the tutors? Like
Yeah, like they have tutor and they have breakout study sessions and stuff like that.
You gotta get a certain amount of study hours every week and a certain amount of tutor hours too. So.
Rutgers seems like it's a little bit more serious about the
schooling. Yes, one of the first in the country.
That's awesome.
What have they went over any schedule when it pertaining? Obviously, I know education is important, but like football, like what's the schedule going to look like for you when you hit January?
All I know is practice starts at 6.
That's a.m. 6 a.m.
6 a.m.
Yeah,
ends around 12, and then you got to go
6 to 12.
I'm pretty sure like around that time.
That's serious.
Yeah.
Well, like not just practicing for 6 hours, but like you got meetings and lifting.
Gotcha. And
then from there, you're like on your own time, like managing school and stuff.
Yeah. How much as far as like film studying and things like that have you already kind of dabbled in? I'm curious.
I mean, I haven't missed a game like of Rutgers because all the games is broadcasted. So I watched every single game. So I feel like I did a good amount of study.
Do you go back and look at your own stuff and how you can get better a lot, or
all the time. I go back and like there's a play like I got tackled, but I felt like I should have scored. I'll rewatch that play a lot and see what I could have did better.
Yeah. I mean, you said a few times as far as like vision being one of the things that you are most proud of as far as like your skill set, or you think that stands out. Where do you think that got developed? Aside from running around with your siblings, I know you kind of mentioned that.
I was really just about to say that, but the drills, doing like a lot of bag work drills. That, like stuff like that, like helped me develop my vision more too. And,
interesting.
Like, being able to having to read the holes and stuff. And, like there's not gonna be a set hole. I feel like that helped my vision too. Did
you have like training outside of the school? Like, did you have an extra trainer that you dealt with or anything like that?
Honestly, I'll just be training with my brothers a lot. Like,
that's dope. Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll be doing it by myself. Like I go.
Yeah.
Like I'll walk to the I wouldn't walk, but I'll go to the beach, like go in the sand, do some drills and stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, that kind of like self-motivation I think is going to be really important for the next level. I knew a lot of kids that I played with and then after me where the like personal trainer thing actually became kind of really popular. So it's interesting to hear how much you've been able to do without that like I don't know, benefit. You've been able to find other ways to basically supplement it with your family and just your own kind of determination. Yeah.
Yeah, growing up it was them, but now I got like people that help me live. Nowadays.
Okay. No, that's good. As far as like health, what is it that you do to like stay like healthy and make sure that everything's good?
I won't lie.
Oh no.
It's just all
Sunny D? Is it like Sunny D?
You gotta ask him. I don't know, bro. You gotta ask him.
It's really all my mom. Like she, if I tell her I'm feeling the NC bit is like the tiny bit of sick, she'll go whip up some medicine that fast, and I'll just be able to drink it and. Boom,
shout out to mom, man. She is a superstar. Yeah, goodness gracious. No, she's whipping it up. And I mean, I don't know, what is it that you take from your mom as far as like and apply it to? Because I mean, obviously, like your dad played football and your uncles and stuff like that. So a lot of that is from them. What is it from your mom that really inspires you? And
my mom, she's like very funny too. So like, and she's always happy. So I try to match her too. I'm always like,
oh yeah. Those people are important to have around in the locker room even.
Yeah, she like even after we be losing, she like try to like boost my spirit up, probably crack a joke or something. So like, yeah.
Do you feel like you were like that in the locker room or on the team at all? Like just kind of like, I don't know, like kind of a glue guy where it's like you connect certain people that maybe otherwise might not connect, or maybe there's another person you want to shout out that really did that, but it's an interesting leadership quality.
I mean, the Luthers was like the most glue guys I knew, but in the locker room, I'll like, even like if we lose, I wouldn't crack jokes immediately, but like maybe on the bus ride, I'll crack a joke here and there, but like,
well, you're not used to losing that much, for real.
Yeah, that's why it was rare for it to happen. But yeah, I don't really lose like that.
Yeah, I just wonder with like the culture. So you said what is it about the Luther guys? I know you said TJ, right?
Yeah, TJ.
And then who else? Because I don't want to leave him out.
He's in the league.
And who's the other Luther?
Sam and Tyrell.
Sam and Tyrell.
They're funny guys. Just to be around for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, stuff like that. Like I said, it's kind of just like, reminds you that there's a brotherhood there outside of just like the results of winning, losing, scoring a touchdown, not scoring a touchdown, stuff like that. And yeah, I mean, as far as like from to the next level with Greg Schiano, that's one thing I want to make sure we talk about before we get out of here. That seems like a really interesting opportunity for me, a former NFL head coach, has history with Rutgers. How much did him being there play into your decision to go to Rutgers? I'm curious. And then what are you kind of expecting, I guess, there?
Well, before I committed, I'd always, like, before I even got the offer, me and Coach Greg Schiano would be talking. And I liked his vibe. So, like, he was cool. So I knew, like if I'm going to a college and the head coach is cool, that's somewhere I want to be for sure.
He seems like a zero tolerance.
Yeah, he seems so serious from the outside.
Zero tolerance guy. So how do you think you could fit in that atmosphere? Was that something like, you looked at your high school coach with like Coach Ingman? Do you see comparison to say like, hey, I can probably play for Coach Schiano too? Because
I mean, I really think I could play for like all the coaches because like when it's business time, it's business time. So like, even if like a coach is serious, like I'll get serious too. Like when it's joke time, I'll joke. But yeah, I feel like I play for any coach. Do
you feel like through your communication with Schiano, you kind of got to already see a little bit of both sides then? Because like I said, from our perspective, he seems so serious, but you're describing him as a cool guy. Yeah,
I really wasn't I wasn't on his team yet, so he didn't really have to be strict to me yet.
I see. Okay. Yeah. No, but that's really cool. And that kind of pedigree, I don't know. What is that? Are there any other coaches, I don't know if you know, that are on the coaching staff that really drew you to the program?
Coach Shaw, the running back coach.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool peoples too. Like he just got done doing a home visit. Yeah, he got to talk to my parents again, talk to my siblings and stuff. And we had a few things in common too. So
that's awesome. And this was the running back coach?
Yeah.
Did Schiano ever come visit, or did you ever, or just was it correspondence to the phone?
Schiano didn't come visit yet, but
okay.
Who knows? It might happen soon. So
true. Well, I mean, I think just getting the connection with your position coach too is really important.
Yeah.
And him being able to connect with the family. And did moms just love Rutgers right off the bat? Did that play a bit? Be honest. You could tell me if that had anything to do with it.
I mean, yeah. When we went on the visit, that's when they were like, they wanted us to go to Rutgers because like not even just those two coaches was like cool. It was like the whole staff was cool. So my parents like the atmosphere. Like they done been on some few visits with me, so they know different
awesome.
College atmospheres. They like the atmosphere. They were telling me this is the one, so I was like, okay.
Did you meet any other players while you were there?
Yeah, the players are cool too, for sure.
Yeah.
Especially like the old linemen, like it was funny for sure. So, yeah,
I can imagine.
You gotta become friends with your old line, bro.
Oh no, man, yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Did you meet any other running backs while you were there?
Yeah, I met the running backs. They were cool.
Yeah,
they were cool.
Seems like a good opportunity for like just obviously like a little bit of like a mentorship. You know, they're a little bit further in the same path that you're working. Is that something you're interested in? Are you looking, or are you just? I mean, you're pretty self motivated, so you might also be somebody that just like I get the work done on my own.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not really looking for no mentorship, but
yeah,
if like one of the running backs wanted to try to take me under their wing, I wouldn't like deny or nothing.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, I hear that. And I mean, any hazing is not allowed, obviously. Yeah. I'm just saying, you come tell me.
So, what is it? Rutgers Nation? What do they call themselves?
What's the fan base?
Chop. We go by Chop.
The Chop.
Oh, okay.
Chop.
All right.
Well, what should they be expecting to get out of Edd Guerrier, the fans, or for people who are looking to see like, hey, what are they getting?
They should be expecting to get a lot of effort. Someone that works hard. Someone that's trying to win every game for sure.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and just probably a funny guy too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean they can reach out to you on Twitter. You said right. You said it's a good time on there.
So what about the coaching staff then? Like what are you going to give? What are you going to give to the team? Like I know that's what you're going to give to the fans that they can see, but what about like the team itself? Like in the running back room, like what do you think that you can add to that?
I'm gonna be giving them business. Like I'm gonna try and help any way I can. Like if a running back gets hurt, if they need me to step in, I'll step in. Like I feel like I'm probably adding a backbone to the running back room.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that kind of like consistency to get to it right off the bat. So you would want to play the first year if you could.
Yeah, for sure.
Right off the bat, get to it. Yeah.
For sure.
Start building that resume.
Is that why you're going early? Is that the reason why you're going early? Is to get on the field earlier?
Yeah, I want to try to get on the field as a true freshman. Cause like I'm not really too like I broke out of the shell being like scared. So
Yeah. So you're already ready to go. So that's in your mind.
for
Like
sure.
you're already in football mode then.
for sure.
Yeah. I think, I mean, you have a lot of opportunity too on the practice field when you're just trying to show them the best version of whoever they're playing or whatever. It would be interesting to see that. If you did have to, if there was a red shirt situation, how would you attack that? I'm curious.
If I were to have to redshirt, then
Yeah.
all the spare time I'd have, I'd just be out there training, trying to get better.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have to redshirt.
Yeah. So like, do you have any idea what you're going to go there and major in specifically, or like?
As of right now, I really didn't think too much. I mean, I didn't take too much thought into it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do business, but
Okay.
I'm not too sure if it could change or not. You know, the world's changing, so
No, I think that's actually a great point as far as like artificial intelligence and stuff like that, being able to look at how that is landscape is kind of changing and make that decision in the next few years. I think you'll have that opportunity. You got a lot of math and English. You're gonna have to get out the way to start anyway.
yeah. For sure.
Is there anybody you're excited to play? I'm curious. Any other team that you're really excited to step on the field and play against?
Really, I'm excited just to play against like any college team. Like
That's fair. Yeah.
These are the best players around everywhere. So it's like it's good to just be like D1 versus D1.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm curious. Are you excited to come back to Florida and just, remind them you were here?
Yeah, it's gonna be nice to go back to Florida. Like,
Yeah.
sure.
No, I'll be excited to, however that ends up working out, I'd love to see that game.
Yeah, I think they're in the Pinstripe Bowl this year. I think they play Miami to you, right?
Yeah, we
Rutgers
play
for
the
you.
Oh, wow.
They come to the New York, so
Yeah.
Might have
see if
to-
they ready for the cold.
Shiano, man, you want to hit? Let's get face to face. No, that might be a good opportunity. I'm looking at some of your guys' alumni. Tony Soprano?
Yeah.
Come on, man. What? Did you know that?
Nah, I did not know that one.
Tony Soprano went to your school, brother.
That's
Yeah.
official.
So what is your
Elizabeth Warren.
what is your
Don't talk over Elizabeth Warren. That's a queen.
what is your comparison, since we're talking about alumni there, but obviously football alumni? Like, what is your what do you think like your comparison would be?
They said Coach Shiano said he could see a little bit of Ray Rice in me when I'm running the ball.
Okay.
He said that's my football comparison.
Was he did he coach Ray Rice? I don't know if you know.
I believe
I can figure that out.
he did.
Yeah.
So like in that way, like what is it? Because of the build, or like because you guys are probably like the same build.
Yeah, he said our builds and we kind of got the same run style. So
Okay.
and like he said, we're both good at breaking tackles. And
507.
yeah,
So outside of your vision, because I know that you really hinted on your vision, what is something that you take like really pride in? Is it the breaking tackles, staying in bounds? Like what is something that like?
yeah. I pride not being able to get tackled by one guy, and I try my best to perfect my balance.
Yeah.
So like I'm on the sideline and I get pushed, I can still stay in bounds, probably gain like another 10 yards, possibly keep going to score.
Yeah.
Shit.
What is it about running the ball that you were drawn to start out with? I wonder. What made you feel like you want to be a running back?
It's fun, like running from people when they're trying to tackle you. So yeah, when I was able to like run from them and I realized I was like faster than most of them, I could juke some of them. It was like fun. So
Yeah.
this is what I want to do.
Where'd you find that out at? Was it like you playing in the neighborhood with your brothers, or was it like when you got to Pop Warner, you didn't know what you were going to play and you ended up kind of figuring this out?
Well, even like in elementary, like recess, we'll play football and I'm just running past
Sauce
all the
them up.
kids and like
Up and down.
sauce.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I was like, I was thinking like I could probably play Pop Warner and see if this worked. I guess it did.
And it kept going from there. I guess I'll play high school.
So what age did you start playing football?
I started playing when I was 8 years old.
8. Okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. And then when did you start playing basketball, by the way? Was that something?
Well, the same year, 8 years old.
8. So
Yeah.
that's what turned it on. And so where you from originally? Like where were you born?
I was born in Miami, Florida.
Miami.
There we
Okay.
go.
So, and then when did you move to Port Charlotte?
I probably moved to Port Charlotte when I was about like 4 years old.
Oh, so you started 8 years old here playing football then?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's great. And like a lot of what we talked about throughout this interview was you playing with your friends in Pop Warner and stuff like that. So you having that entire experience in one place, I think that's a really powerful experience, that kind of stability. And also help, I think, just the kind of person you are and what Rutgers is going to get out of you. You know, you're a stable cat. But right here, by the way, I'm pulling up the stats one more time before we hop up out of here. 3,700 yards 8.3 yards per carry. This man's giving you almost a first down every time he touches the ball. It don't even make any sense. I mean, honestly, how's that feel, man? Like, I mean, did you come off the field? I mean, how many people did you switch out with in high school?
So last year I didn't have to switch out much. And then this year, we got an upcoming running back named Edd Guerrier.
Yeah.
Me and him will rotate reps this year. So
Okay. And you still did what you did.
yeah,
Ike,
sure.
come on, man. You're up next. Is he still there?
Yeah, he's still
All right, man. You're up next, brother. Let's see what it is. You might be heading to Rutgers next. I'm looking over here, man. This is even crazier, actually. I was talking about this year, 9.8 yards per carry. That's wild. It went up this year.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I did. I realized.
You should have corrected me. Anybody else says 8.3, you should correct them and say, well, actually, this year I did 9.8.
Yeah, I think it was just because the weight room and lifting outside got me stronger and stuff.
So you think it was strength over speed or?
Nah, it wasn't strength over speed. I feel like I worked on my balance too. And
Okay.
my balance, and I got faster too.
500-yard games, 18 touchdowns, 114 yards per game rushing. That's a fact.
Yeah. There's games when I didn't. I mean, majority of our games this year though, they were like first half blowouts. So
you ended up sitting at some point. It could have been even wilder.
I think we had like 6 blowouts or 7 blowouts.
So this is gonna be when you're 50 years old. Somebody finally breaks that record. This is what you're gonna say, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, we had blowouts though.
I gotta save myself.
Those were close games.
Gotta save myself.
No, but it's really impressive. Looking at this, I'm seeing varsity here since a freshman. You've been carrying the ball since a freshman. 6.5 yards per carry as a freshman. They just knew it was like, all right, we'll just save them. You know what I mean? I guess we'll save them, and then next year you go crazy and we'll go for 1,000. I mean, if the people are seeing this, let them know. Go show some love on social media. Tap in with the young legend, young Charlotte County legend, young Dade County legend. Once you remind them that you're from there.
Yeah, I do got to remind them.
You're going to remind them, and then they're going to try to claim you, and we're not going to like that here. We're like, nah.
He's poor Charlotte bound, bro.
Poor Charlotte. But no, look, hey, we can show some love out there, too. But you took the 7.7 yards per carry from last year as a junior, and you turned it into 9.8. I just got to salute you on that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's serious. We were talking about almost a first down. I mean, basically, you know what I mean? Like, you're falling forward. That's a first down every time. We're excited to see what you're going to do at Rutgers, man. It's going to be I think it's already been an impressive journey. Let them know, please, where to find you. Just anybody that's watching this at the end, we want to make sure they know where to find your social media. It's all. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I'm going to pull it up, actually, too.
My Instagram is 305 Ed. My YouTube is Edd Guerrier, and my Twitter is Edd Guerrier.
You already know right there. You already know right there where you can find young playmaker. My man's like Deion Sanders from Port Charlotte. Jay thought he was Deion Sanders from Port Charlotte. Ed had to show him what it looked like.
No, man.
He didn't have to wear any shades. So confident. So confident.
Nah, I wish. That's good.
But no, 100%, man. We'll have to do this again. Check him out. Rutgers fans, treat him nice, man. Say something nice. Don't say anything at all. Show this man some love. He's a treasure. Look at his boys, how excited they get for when he gets in the end zone. Yeah. Look at this. Come on, one more time on the way out.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Count them up.
5. And then you run into your lineman here. What's up with you running into your lineman?
What happened to the vision?
Scored?
What happened to the vision? You didn't eat carrots that day?
So
I'm not gonna lie, that was a part of the vision. So if you look,
make sure you get the mic with this excuse, please, brother.
So if you look, there's a guy that has a perfect angle on me. So I ran into my lineman on purpose.
He did trick him,
and I made him like.
Look, you made him give up on the play.
Yeah.
No, watch that back, Jay. He's not lying.
I ran into my lineman on purpose, so I knew he was gonna turn his angle, and I was just gonna go the other way.
Look, he gets lost.
That's some
Look
crazy.
He's lost.
That's some crazy vision for real.
Jay, you didn't even know about this move, man. That's the thing.
If you spotted it, no, that's some crazy vision. Rutgers fans, you guys are, and the coaching staff, you guys are getting a good one for sure.
No, hey, a special kid right here, and special young man, and to see you continue to develop is going to be crazy.
When are you? So you going away, but when you coming back? Like, what's that look like time wise?
So since I'm graduating early, I'm still gonna walk on the stage, so I'm finna come back for that. And
okay.
I'm gonna make appearance for the prom probably.
Okay, all right, cool. Prom's a good
Just
time.
legends.
Yeah.
Like,
hey,
what?
but make sure when you come back, you pop up on and let us know how you doing on the cast. People want to know.
I got
100%. Yeah, please. No, this was a great conversation. I'd love to hear whatever kind of insight you have from what your experience is going to be. Young playmaker, money bags. You know what I mean? You're getting a kid that has class. You're getting a kid that has a lot of class. And I mean, the moves that he got, they're ahead of his time. Jay over here was like, "Oh, I don't even know how you could run into a guy and that would make sense." Well, okay, that's why.
Well, you broke it down, man. That's that film study.
That's why you guys are talking to me, so I can let you know. Look at this first juke too. Oh my gosh, that was a Madden juke. You know what I mean? Honestly. Oh, this guy right here. The thing is, after he pointed it out and now I see what he did, it actually is sick.
Yeah, because like if I wanted to actually cut left, I could have just ran around the lineman. But
He could have ran around him.
I used to them to come
He
back.
used him
right?
as a shield.
Look how he gets confused, Jay. I want to make sure you know before we shut off the camera.
I see what's going on.
Look how, buddy, he's like, whoa, where'd he go? Did he go around him? Look at him. He stops running.
I see
Yeah,
what's-
that's,
I'll tell you what, you're not going to see him at Rutgers. All right, I don't want to be I don't want to be beat. But no, check out Ed, man. Good guy. Watch Rutgers football this next year for the next 4 years, forever, after he lays a stamp there. Check him running for touchdowns. I mean, we're expecting 50 because that's what you did, man. So that's just what it is. But hey, we appreciate you for sitting and politicking with us. Find us on all social media platforms, Sit and Politic. And that's it. We're out of here.
Sir.
Yes, sir.
Support us.